Okay, so this week's vlog is going to be um, kind of short, I think, compared to the usual ones. Sorry about any background noise. The roads are quite busy today. Anyway, I just thought I would update people, and we'll see, because I can't take it anymore if it lasts another day again. Cut a long story short. It's my due date today. Sorry if I keep pulling faces. I'm getting pains, and also I've got a tooth that is really sharp and it's cutting into my tongue. So as I'm talking, it's really hurting and it's very sore. Sorry about the camera, keep moving. I've got the shakes and I haven't really set anything up properly to do a video because, well, you'll know now as I tell you. Basically, I went on a long walk yesterday because I knew it was going to be my due date today. It wasn't a long walk. I went to get my little girl from school because Ashley was going to work, and at the time I didn't think I'd got anyone to get for me, so I went on my crutches, and then I needed cash back from the shop because I was buying like a foot moth thing off someone for the car seat, and they didn't do cash back, so then I had to walk all the way to the other shop, and my friend Katie came with me. And so it ended up being about a mile walk altogether in the end. And I thought, oh well, it'll probably do me good, it'll probably get me going because I've been in this slow labour and I'm fed up of not being able to do anything, go anywhere. And nothing really happened. I had a few some people call it fanny daggers, some people call it lightning vagina, like shooting pains down below. But nothing, like no contractions or anything like that. And then I did stay up quite late, to be fair. And I had a shower at about something past 11. I had a hot shower. And then I went to go up to bed. It was something past midnight. I lay down and I had like really bad acid, but no matter how much stuff I was taking for it, it wasn't really getting rid of it. And Ashley was sitting on his phone because that's what he does when he comes to bed for like an hour, sometimes less, and so I wasn't really falling asleep as such. And then I think I might have slightly dozed off for about 10 minutes or so. I can't remember, but it wasn't very long if I did. And then I woke up and I think it was something past 1 or something to 2 or something like that. And basically I woke up with agonising stomach pain and back pain, and it was to the point where I was literally crying. I was pouring my little heart out, tears running down my face. I was doing all the breathing, like, I was standing up with my hand on my back, like all that. It was horrible. It was so painful. And I woke Ashley up and I was like, I think I'm in labour. And he was like, get back into bed. I was like, I can't, I'm in too much pain. And I was shaking all over, like I couldn't control it. I was shaking, like dithering, as if I was cold, but I wasn't cold. Just all my body was uncontrollably shaking and it wasn't going off. So I ended up ringing up the labour ward because I thought, that's it, I'm in labour. They put me through to the maternity assessment unit, and the lady there said, pardon me, that the shaking was normal, and quite a lot of women do it. It's like some coping mechanism with pain that your body naturally does if you all of a sudden become in a lot of pain that you normally wouldn't be in. So that made me feel a little bit better in the aspect of I thought, well, at least I know why my body's shaking, but at the same time it was horrible because I couldn't do anything. I couldn't pick up my phone. I was trying to text my friend to tell her and I just couldn't type, so I just ended up ringing her, and the lady from the hospital also told me that she thought I should go up because I had no consistent contractions or anything. It was just this constant pain, and I was having tightenings like every minute or two, but I couldn't tell you if I was having actual proper contractions or they were painful because there was that much pain in my stomach already. I couldn't tell the difference whether I was having them or not because it was just constant. So anyway, I spoke to my friend on the phone and decided that I'd get all my stuff ready and make sure everything's ready and done. Take some paracetamol just before I do that, and then thought if it's going to ease off, because the amount of times that I've had actually false labour or my irritable uterus is set off, I decided that by the time I've packed everything and took these painkillers, if it's going to go off on its own and just suddenly stop like it does a lot with me, it will do. But I thought I can't see this stopping because I'd never had anything this painful, not at this level before. Anyway, it did actually start easing slightly, which I was very surprised about. So I sat rocking on the beds and walking around, but then every time I went to try and lie down, I was thinking, well, I need to get some sleep, even if I can get 2 or 3 hours. I thought at least I'll have that little bit of energy. I just felt so sick. I felt like I was getting just throw up everywhere. So I had to get back up again, and this went on for ages. Sorry. It went on for like, must have been after 4, maybe something to 5, and eventually I got into bed, and every time I lay down I had like acid coming up, but I'd take my antacid stuff and it was still coming up. It wasn't no longer burning my throat, but it still kept coming up in my mouth like sick, so I couldn't go to sleep because of that. And eventually, I think it was like something past 5, I kept getting the bowl just in case I was sick, but I never was sick. And then all of a sudden, as I said, like something past 5, I just grabbed the bowl because I thought just in case, and it was so lucky because Ashley was lying next to me, facing me, and I just threw up. And if I hadn't had that bowl there, I would have literally been sick all in his face. So, I mean, it was horrible for him anyway, lying next to me, and he just watched me be sick right in front of his face, but at least I did get the bowl. So, that was something. Not that it's really funny, because obviously at this point I just had enough. I was absolutely exhausted. I had no energy at all. I just wanted to sleep. I was so tired and I couldn't sleep. Anyway, I still couldn't get to sleep, and I think it took until not long after 6:10 in the morning I finally managed to lie down, propped up quite a lot, and I managed to fall asleep for just over half an hour before I had to get sorry, before I had to get up with my little girl to get ready for school. I woke Ashley up and asked if he could like help because I was just so tired. I mean, he was tired as well because he'd not had much sleep, but obviously I hadn't practically had any sleep, and you know, I'd been in all this pain all night and been sick as well. So he actually helped to get my little girl ready for school, and I just did her hair, and then I think it was about not 9 o'clock, about 9:30, maybe even something to 10 in the morning, I ended up falling asleep. I lay back down and fell asleep, and then I woke up at 12. So I've had a couple hours sleep. It's not long now since I've actually woke up. So yeah, I've had a couple hours sleep, which has made me feel a lot better. I still feel rubbish. I still feel really tired, but compared to what I was, that has helped a lot. Also yesterday, before I went on that walk, I actually lost some of my water. It's not a massive amount. It was like I went to the toilet and then it continued to like trickle after I'd been, and I was like, but I'm not peeing. So that's why I kind of did the walk and things to try and get things going, because I know that they say that within 24 to 48 hours, if you lose any of your waters, if labour doesn't start, then you can get things like an infection. But it has actually happened to me before, and they've left me. So I don't know whether they'd leave me again, but they might not, because it's now my due date. I'm unsure. I am supposed to be going up to the hospital today, really. But I think Ashley wanted me to have a bit of a sleep first, so just to, not rejuvenate me, but just for me to get a little bit of my energy back, because as a lot of you know, probably more so people in the UK rather than America, you just get stuck on a ward with loads of other people and noise and all these monitors going, and you can't really sleep on the beds, and they're so uncomfortable anyway. They're rock solid. How anyone can get to sleep on them beds, I'll never know. So I probably won't be able to get any rest or sleep when I go to hospital. So it's better that I try get as much as I can while I'm at home. And that's pretty much what's gone on. And my videos ended up being really long in the end, so I am ever so sorry about that. I'm still getting cramping and back pain now, but the severity's not as bad. Like, I'd say out of a scale of 1 to 10, 0 being painless and 10 being the worst pain imaginable in the world, my pain levels last night were at about 5, so pretty painful. They're about a 3 now, so they're moderate, but I can deal with them. Whereas last night I wasn't dealing with them, I was crying, because that's naturally what I do. I either moan or I cry if I'm in pain to a point that I physically feel I can't do anything about it. And there's not really going on to pregnancy symptoms and things. I don't want to talk a lot about that. There's not really been anything else that's been happening other than my acid's been getting bad again. Yesterday, I thought, well, not yesterday, day before, I thought it was going to be the day, because my stomach suddenly dropped, all my acid went, I could breathe again, and by 3 o'clock in the morning, I had awful acid again, couldn't breathe again, so he decided to come back up. So I don't know whether he's kind of engaging and then unengaging, like just moving in and out of my pelvis. But right now I've got a lot of pressure. I mean, if he doesn't come today, then I don't know what I'll do, because this is getting ridiculous now. I'm just in so much pain, and it's not fair on my little girl, because I feel like I can't be a good mum to her right now, because I can't look after her properly. Obviously, she is being cared for properly because I've got Ashley. Obviously, he's being a godsend. I don't know what I'd do without him, because he's doing the majority of things, what I can't do. And I think he'll be doing a lot today, and he's got to go work as well. So without him, I'd be really stuck. But it's one of them things, is it just makes me feel degrading when I can't do things for myself, when I can't lift things, I can't walk far, when I'm in pain all the time, and I feel like I can't take my little girl out somewhere and do things with her, because I just can't go anywhere really. It's just so horrible. But yeah, there's not really a lot else to add. I've not actually gained any weight this week. In fact, I've lost a pound. I've probably lost more now after being sick all night last night. And I've not gained any round my belly, and that stayed the same. So I've got nothing to update there. I did do my fundal height as well, because obviously I'm not seeing the midwife again unless I went to 41 weeks to have a sweep. So I measured it myself. I do know how to measure it properly, and it was actually measuring like half a centimetre less than what it was when the midwife did it. But I think that is purely because he's dropped down. My bump's kind of gone down a bit as well, so it's because he's that further down in my pelvis. I think it's just measuring a little bit smaller, but it isn't worrying me. So yeah, he's still moving his usual self, and it's so uncomfortable because he's so deep and low in my pelvis. Every time he moves his shoulders or his head, it is so painful. I just want it to be over with now and meet my little boy, and I'm sick of being like heavily pregnant and fat, and as I can see when I do these videos, I mean, I never in my life normally have a double chin, but apparently I do when I'm heavily pregnant, but I'm sure a lot of people get it. I've also been getting swelling in my feet on and off. I've not been worried about that in terms of like preeclampsia or anything, because obviously it doesn't stay swollen. My feet will swell and then they'll go back down again. So I think it is just water retention when I've been up and about, and it just collects in my feet, and then when I get up in the morning it's gone down again. And I've not been getting headaches. That's a common thing that goes with it. So I've not been feeling dizzy, but I've not really walked much. So I'll end this video here because it's turned out to be a very, very long video, and I'm ever so sorry, and I'm sorry that the video is so poor quality and that it's quite shaky, but I thought I couldn't be bothered to set everything up like I said, but at the same time I'm probably not going to be doing another pregnancy vlog again, so I thought I may as well, even though it's poor quality, I may as well get it done just so as everyone knows what's going on, and I could just update you all really. So hopefully the next video will be that I've made birth vlog and that I've had my baby. If I have to end up doing a video about that I've had a sweep, I will be gutted, because I don't think I can go that long, not another week, absolutely not. So hopefully today will be the day, or tomorrow, and I shall let you go. I'm not going to do the bump shot this week. I am sorry. It puts me in too much pain getting up, and it starts the pains off again. But I will, obviously, you'll see the bump picture at the beginning of the video anyway. So you can kind of see what it looks like anyhow. So I am sorry about that. I am really sorry, but I don't want to put myself in extra pain just for the sake of doing a quick shot of my belly. But I'll probably do one when I'm in proper labour anyway, which will be included in my birth vlog, to be like, to show you all. This will be the last footage of my bump or whatever. So yeah, I'll leave it at that, and I'm going to go now, and I'm going to try and get some more rest. So bye.